Hello everyone, this is Creative Tech Consulting, and today we're going to be talking about advanced Midjourney prompts. Like many of you already know, a prompt is a short text phrase that Midjourney interprets to produce an image. Midjourney breaks down the words and phrases in a prompt into smaller pieces called tokens that can be compared to its training data and then used to generate an image. A well-crafted prompt can help make unique and exciting images. If you were a beginner, you'd probably go with something like this: create an image of a flower. Now, the problem with this prompt is that it's far too vague. It leaves a lot of room for interpreting to the AI. And as a rule of thumb, the more specific the prompt is, the better the outcome. For Midjourney, though, it is not only texting like other AIs, we have few more things that need to be present in the prompt. They are the ones that make sure we get the best out of the AI. Besides the text itself, those things are reference images and parameters. To visualize it better, here is how the prompt structure should look like. Let's go through it one by one. First, every prompt for image generation should start with imagine. Second, the images links. You can add an image as a reference only if you have a link to it, preferably from Midjourney. To get that link, simply upload an image by using the plus button like this. Once uploaded, you will see the image posted in the Discord channel. Just right-click on the image, then click Copy Link. Now you are ready to use the image in your prompts. One thing to remember, the image reference is an optional part of the prompt. You don't have to have it unless you need your new image to be derived from an existing one. Use cases might be, for example, if you want to put yourself into an imaginary scene. Midjourney will create a version of you that looks like you, but won't be the same. By the way, this is how AI influencers like Aitana are created. Third, the text prompt. Make sure you state everything as specific as possible. Subject, style, composition, lights, etc. We'll cover this in detail in the next chapter. Fourth, the parameters. To use the AI's maximum capacity, you will want to include those parameters. Now, I know they are a bit too technical, but believe me, it's worth the try. They all begin with double dash followed by the name of the parameter and then the parameter input, if any. Designing the text prompt properly is key to getting a good result out of Midjourney. When writing, you will need to speak the language of photographers and designer. You will need to define as specifically as possible things like depth of field, volumetric lighting, camera settings, and hex color codes. Don't worry, we got this for you. Here are some of the most important elements you need to have in every prompt. 1. Main subject. Use as much descriptive words as possible. Describe what it is. Also, use all of the 5 senses. How does it look like? What are the colors, shape, size, and texture? How does it smell? How does it feel when touched? How does it taste? How does it sound? Add as much details as possible. For example, instead of flower, you can say a blooming red rose. And if you have a specific share of red in mind, better use the hex color code. You can use a free tool online called imagecolorpicker.com to check the exact code of your image. 2. Scene, outdoors or indoors or maybe studio. Describe the surroundings of the subject, add more details about the objects around it, and again use as many of the 5 senses as possible. Make sure you cover the whole environment. 3. Composition. Is it a bird's eye or a close-up shot, or maybe a portrait or a product photography? Specify it as much as possible. For example, say where the focus should be. 4. Lighting. Is it studio light or daylight, and what time of the day? Also, you can add the weather conditions. 5. Effects. Most popular effects in images are depth of field and bokeh, which makes the distance object a bit blurry and adds more realistic looks. You could also want to use glitches, glows, pixelations, anaglyph, and sparkles. 6. Style. Is it anime, pixel art, digital art, 3D rendered, pastel painting, a photo or a watercolor? Maybe a line art drawing, street art, graffiti style, or tattoo art? Give it the exact specifics. 7. Shooting camera model and settings. You can even add the brand and the model of the shooting camera. And if it is a 3D rendered or a digital art, you can add the name of the software, for example, Nikon DE850 or Cinema 4D. Here are the best camera settings according to CaptureTheathless.com. You can check their meanings there if you're interested. 8. Quality. Specify if you want it to be HD, SD, 4K, 8K, etc. Here you can also add words like ultra-realistic, crispy details, sharp focus, hyper-realistic, photorealistic, etc. 9. Vibes. We call them vibes, but can be also emotions. For example, summer vibes, candid moment, family quality time. Here you can also add adverbs like mesmerizing, enchanting, hypnotic, etc. Or even ask for humorous elements. Pro tip. If you're stuck, you can always use the command, describe and upload an image. Midjourney will give you a very detailed text description about how Midjourney sees that image. Then craft your prompt using Midjourney's description. One more thing, You don't need the text prompting if you just want to generate a new image out of few existing images. You can easily do so by using the command blend. It will ask you to only upload the images. If you have a brand to comply with, you will need the following elements in the text prompts in Midjourney. Make sure you get them from the brand book. Brands usually have this kind of thing. 1. Exact color codes, the hex codes of the brand. Those of the logo, but also those that are allowed for creatives. 2. Brand name, added as it is pronounced. 3. Logos. In case it has to be used in the visuals, however, keep in mind that Midjourney does not recreate exact images, so maybe you can add this on top of the generated visuals. 4. Target audience. Add demographics and lifestyle, income, family status, etc. 5. Business area. What is the business area of the company you're making images for? 6. Slogan. Add the slogan if there is such. 7. Values. Add every brand value there is. 8. Allowed or restricted elements. Specify if there are elements or signs that must be present or must be excluded, for example, clouds or stars or hearts. 9. Anything in addition from the brand book. After the reference images and the text prompt, the parameters are the third and most important part from the Midjourney prompt. All of them must start with double dash followed by the text parameters. Let's go through the most important of them one by one. 1. Aspect ratio. Defines the image aspect ratio. Add the exact ratio measured in pixels or inches after it. For example, use 811 after the double dash. 2. Chaos. Because Midjourney always generates 4 variations out of the prompt, this parameter defines how those 4 differ from one another. Value of 0 will give more similar results and value of 100 will give more different results. 3. No. Use it to exclude elements from the picture. For example, use if you want to get an image with no clouds. Use no clouds after the double dash. 4. Quality. It changes how much time is spent generating an image. Higher quality settings take longer to process and produce more details. The quality setting does not impact image resolution. Use it if you want more details in your images. 5. Style. Replaces the default aesthetic of some versions. Raw style has less automatic beautification applied. Cute style creates charming and adorable characters, props, and settings. Expressive style has a more sophisticated illustrated feeling. Original style uses the original Niji model version 5. Scenic style makes beautiful backgrounds and cinematic character moments in the context of their fantastical surroundings. Play around with them to see the difference. More on the Niji in a bit. Different Midjourney versions have different style compatibility. See the reference table at the end of this chapter. 6. Stylize. Defines how strong the training on artistic color, composition, and forms is applied. Higher settings produce more realistic results. 7. Tile. Creates seamless patterns for fabrics, wallpapers, and textures. Use it to create seamless backgrounds. 8. Weird. Introduces quirky and offbeat qualities to your generated images, resulting in unique and unexpected outcomes. Use it for more abstract use cases or poster-like images. 9. Image weight. Use it only when you have image references. 10. Versions. Defines which version of Midjourney to use. You can use all models from 1 to 6. Make sure you add it after a double dash and the letter V. In general, the higher the version, the better the model, the more realistic the outcomes. Model 5 has a Niji variation, which produces drawing, cartoon, or vector-style images. Use it to create coloring book pages, for example. To use Niji version of Model 5, just type Niji after the double dash. For your convenience, here is a table of all discussed parameters, their use and defaults. Those are the most important parameters you need to know for stunning image generation with Midjourney. If you want to walk through them all, you can do so on the Midjourney website at docsmidjourney.com. If you want to create attention-grabbing, poster-like images with Midjourney that are suitable for ads and incorporate elements of pop art or optical illusions, focus on the following aspects. 1. Bold, vivid colors. Use high contrast and saturated colors to make the images stand out and draw the viewer's attention. 2. Unusual or surreal scenes. Incorporate unexpected or fantastical elements that challenge the viewer's perception of reality. 3. Humor. Adding humorous or quirky elements can make an image more memorable and engaging. 4. Strong composition. Use dynamic compositions and leading lines to guide the viewer's eye through the image. 5. Repetition and patterns. Utilize repeating shapes, patterns, or elements to create a sense of rhythm and movement within the image. 6. Juxtaposition. Combine contrasting elements, such as old and new, big and small, or natural and artificial, to create visual tension and interest. 7. Text and typography. Integrate text or typography as a design element, incorporating motivational quotes, slogans, or phrases that resonate with the viewer. Pro tip: use double colon for multi-prompting. This will separate one subject from another. See the example here. This will produce 3 different types of results. This image is the result of the third version added as a prompt. Here is an example prompt for producing poster-like images, and here's the result. Pro tip: use the upscale and zoom out feature to adjust the image. You can also use the new Midjourney feature called Vary Region. It will allow you to select a part of the image and regenerate it. You will see this window open. Remember that each Midjourney image you create is not just a step towards a masterpiece. It's a story, an experience, and a potential source of income. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or like to share your progress with Midjourney, please leave a comment down below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this in the future. See you next time.